Have you ever carried a secret so heavy that it felt like it was crushing you from the inside out? Silence has a way of doing just that. We hold our pain, our disappointments, and our regrets deep within, hoping that time alone will heal them. But the truth is, silence does not heal. It festers, and little by little, that unspoken baggage seeps into every part of our lives, stealing our energy, our joy, and our hope for something better. Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Stevens-O, your host, broadcast journalist, author, minister, and midlife powerhouse of inspiration. With faith in God and unstoppable drive, I'm here to inspire and guide you into finding your God-given purpose so you can experience the joy of knowing you are aligned with God and live the life you will love in victory. When we stay silent, we think we are protecting ourselves. But in reality, we are staying stuck. We silence our own voice, our truth, and our needs, convincing ourselves that ignoring the pain is easier than facing it. But the cost of staying silent is high. It can affect our health, cloud our minds, and keep us living small lives when God has called us to live abundantly. Today, we are breaking the silence. Let's get started. What emotional baggage are you still carrying that you have never spoken about? The kind of pain you have kept tucked away in silence. Hi, welcome to Direction at Midlife, the podcast where I help you find clarity, confidence, courage, and purpose to create the life you truly want in this season. I'm Dr. Stevens-O. I pray that today's episode of Silence is a Killer blesses you. We are breaking the silence, releasing the pain that has become a part of our daily lives so that it now seems normal. So many of us spend years, even decades, staying silent, stuck in our comfort zones, carrying baggage that weighs us down. But what does it really cost us emotionally? And how do we let go so we can finally breathe, heal, and move forward into happiness? But before I move on, let me ask you to reflect on this question. If you were to finally let it go, what freedom, peace, or joy do you imagine would open up for you? Take a moment and really let that question sit with you. I want to give you some powerful points of what silence does to our bodies, mind, emotions, and I want to tell you 7 powerful ways of breaking the silence, allowing healing to take place, and live free and happy. My first point is titled The Silent Weight. Silence can feel safe. It hides the pain, shields the truth, and allows us to present a polished smile to the world. But behind that silence lives a heavy weight, the unresolved emotions, the unspoken hurt, the secrets we bury deep inside. Over time, that hidden baggage becomes a constant companion, pressing on the heart and whispering lies that we are unworthy, broken, or beyond healing. Silence may keep others from knowing your struggles, but it does nothing to free us from them. Freedom begins when silence ends. My second point, titled The Toll It Has on the Body. What we suppress in silence eventually shows up in our bodies. Stress, tension, fatigue, and even illness are often the physical manifestations of emotional baggage left untended. The body keeps the score, carrying the burdens of every unspoken word and every unhealed wound. Silent suffering can turn into sleepless nights, aching joints, and weakened immunity. It's the body's way of crying out, saying, you can't keep holding this inside. God never intended for us to carry our burdens alone. He says, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. My third point here, how it weighs on the mind. Silence also invades the mind, carrying emotional baggage, clouds our thinking, feeding self-doubt, anxiety, and even depression. It keeps us replaying old memories, rehearsing what we should have said, or reliving what we wish had never happened, instead of creating space for vision and clarity. The mind becomes crowded with fear, regret, and limiting beliefs. The longer we stay silent, the louder those lies grow, and the more difficult it becomes to see ourselves as capable of change. My point number 4, titled The Impact It Has on Our Future. Unreleased baggage doesn't just live in the past. It robs us of the future. Silence keeps us stuck, afraid to take risks, and hesitant to pursue the life we were created to live. Dreams remain deferred, relationships suffer, and opportunities slip away because the weight of yesterday keeps us from stepping fully into tomorrow. Staying silent may feel like protection, but in truth, it is a prison that prevents us from ever becoming who we were meant to be. Here's my 5th point. This point is titled The Power of Freedom. True freedom begins when we dare to break the silence. Speaking our truth, seeking support, and releasing the pain unlocks the door to healing. When we choose courage over silence, our bodies begin to heal, our minds clear, and our future opens with new possibilities. Letting go of emotional baggage doesn't erase the past, but it transforms it into wisdom and strength. To free ourselves is not just an act of healing, it is an act of reclaiming our life, our joy, and our purpose. My 6th point. This one is titled The Emotional Cost of Staying Stuck. Here's the thing. Staying stuck doesn't just keep you safe. It slowly eats away at your confidence, your joy, and your relationships. Silence can feel easier in the moment, but it robs you of the chance to heal and to grow. When you stay in your comfort zone, you tell yourself, I'm fine, I can handle it. But deep inside, your spirit is screaming for release. The cost, emotional exhaustion, constant self-doubt, depression, broken connections, and a life half lived. But the good news, you don't have to stay there. This is where you get those journals out. Here's where I give you those 7 powerful ways of breaking the silence, allowing healing to take place and living free and happy. My first powerful way, number 1, acknowledge the weight. You cannot release what you will not admit is there. Name the hurt. You've heard me say this in other podcasts where I talk about healing. Name the hurt, the disappointment, the betrayal. Honesty is the first step to healing, and you have to give it a name. You have to acknowledge that that pain is there, that that hurt happened. Number 2, give yourself permission to feel. Stop silencing your emotions. Cry if you need to. Journal, pray, or sit in stillness. Feeling is not weakness. It is the doorway to release. Acknowledge that you have this pain. Acknowledge you have this hurt. You know, when I have an issue with someone, I make sure I acknowledge it. I tell them that they offended me. They have to know. And even if they don't care, I have released it. I have brought it forth and I've done my part. I spoke it out. Number 3, identify the lesson. Every pain holds a lesson. Ask the question, what did this teach me? How can I grow from this instead of staying stuck in it? You have to ask yourself, what lesson am I to learn from this experience? It is very important because at that point, you are acknowledging that that offense, that hurt took place. But you're also taking responsibility and identifying what lesson that you are learning. That's wisdom. That's knowledge. Number 4, forgive. And you've heard me say this before. Forgive. Even if they don't deserve it. And even if they have not asked. Forgiveness is not about the other person. It is about setting yourself free. Carrying resentment only chains you to the past. Let me tell you about a female cousin of mine who has wrestled with anger and addiction for years, carrying wounds that run deep in our family line. Instead of facing the pain, she points outward, blaming her parents, her circumstances, and everyone else for the chaos in her life. The instability she lives in is not just her story, but a generational iniquity that has been passed down like an invisible chain. Yet the point that disturbs me most is that she cannot see her own reflection in the broken pieces, her poor choices, her refusal to confront the hurt, and her unwillingness to take responsibility. Until she faces the pain and acknowledges her part, healing will always remain just beyond her reach. Number 5, create healthy boundaries. Letting go of baggage often means no longer operating operating in the same pattern or allowing the same people in your life. You have to set boundaries. Boundaries protect your peace and give you room to heal and grow. As you may know, growing requires change, and people hate change. Change takes effort. You have to put action into making a change, but you definitely have to set boundaries. Boundaries protect you, and it also teaches people how to treat you. You have to set boundaries. Number 6, replace silence with voice. Speak your truth, whether it is to a trusted friend, therapist, mentor, or even to God in prayer. Stop letting silence bury your pain. Speak up. You may even have to tell your story to free yourself. And at the same time, you may help someone else heal from their pain and past. You know, when you're going through something, you will find if you speak out, there's somebody else who can identify with your pain, with your struggle. You may just be helping someone else heal while you are healing as well. Speak out. Tell your story. Number 7, step into something new. Don't just let go. Move forward. And I'm going to say that again. Don't just let go. Move forward. Take one bold step outside your comfort zone. Join a class, launch that business idea, or reconnect with a passion you buried years ago. Each of these steps creates space for freedom. Remember, happiness is not found in holding on. It is found in letting go. Your silence doesn't protect you. It imprisons you. Healing begins the moment you decide that staying stuck is no longer an option. Remember this. You were not created to live bound, broken, or buried under emotional baggage. You were created to live whole, free, and fulfilled. Staying stuck can cost you, but so does letting go. The difference is, letting go costs you your pain, while staying stuck costs you your future. Which price are you willing to pay? Please make sure you follow me at Direction at Midlife on Apple Podcasts so you never miss an episode. And if you need a community to belong to and that understands where you are, please join the Facebook group, a community of women discovering their passions and purpose in midlife. We are walking this journey together. Ladies, if this episode spoke to you, do not keep it to yourself. Please share this with a friend who needs encouragement. And remember, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please share them in our Facebook group, a community of women discovering their passions and purpose in midlife. And don't forget to leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Also, if you have a question or would like to sign up for my Renew Coaching Program, please email me at forus, F-O-R-U-S, at direction@midlife.us. On the next episode of Direction at Midlife, I will be discussing Straighten Your Crown. It's your time, achieving your goals with confidence. A must-listen-to podcast show you don't want to miss. Hey girl, hey! Thank you for listening to Direction at Midlife. This is your reminder. Your dreams are waiting, and now is the perfect time to chase them. Believe in your power, embrace the possibilities, and step boldly into your next chapter. If this show has blessed you, show me love. Please leave me a written review on Apple Podcasts and follow me. Take a screenshot and post it on your Instagram. Shout me out on your Facebook and share it with your friends. Please tag me at Direction at Midlife and I will share your review, and together we can uplift and inspire each other. Remember, I'm Dr. Stevens O. Your journey is yours to own, and I'll be here cheering you on every step of the way.